O magic circle, guard us. Allow the rebirth of Jenny into the family of witchcraft.
Everything is going to be all right.
My baby, doctor, my baby.
Please, lie down. Easy. We're going to take care of you.
My baby. I want my baby.
You can have many babies. Everything is okay.
I don't want another baby. I want my baby. Oh, I want my baby. I want my baby. My baby.
It's good to have you home again, babe.
So good to be home. Only now that I am home, why do we have to pick up and leave?
Laurie, please don't start that again.
It's just such a drag. Well, you don't have to get mad just because I asked you a question.
I'm not mad. I'm just going to the John. I'm also a little tired of repeating myself.
Well, the doctor said, it's good for you, Laura. You should get away. Get out of Los Angeles. Go somewhere where it's nice and quiet and you can relax and enjoy yourself and forget your baby was born dead.
once we get settled in Lilith, we'll try and have another baby, okay?
Frank. The doctor did say it would be all right, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. Good night. Sunshine, get up.
Turn it off.
Come on, we got a big day ahead of us.
Oh, turn it off, will you?
Here you go. Vitamin C.
Thanks. Frank? Frank?
I'm brushing my teeth, babe.
How long do you think it'll take to drive to Lilith?
About 4 hours, I guess. Hey, I like that outfit. You really look great.
Thanks. Now concentrate on the bags, will you?
You didn't forget anything, did you?
Oh, I hope not. I thought that was disconnected.
Hello? Huh? Oh, yes, sir. We were just getting ready to leave. Yes, I know. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Around noon. Thank you. Goodbye.
Who's that?
It was someone from Lilith. Wanting to know if we'd be there in time for lunch with Mr. Cato. You're gonna like it there.
Frank, I just want to know about Lilith and your new job.
I already told you, Lilith's a very small town, about 200 miles from here. I had a long talk with my boss, Mr. Cato, and he seems like a good man.
So what else did he say?
We also talked about you, and he's looking forward to meeting you. Okay?
Those two men that hired you for this job, don't you think some of the questions they asked were kind of weird?
What questions?
Well, like whether either of us were atheists.
You know, you read more into everything than anybody I know.
Why do you think they wanted to know?
Well, maybe they just figure that religious people are more stable or something.
Yeah, but they seem more interested in our not being religious.
Well, don't worry about it. It's not that important.
Tell Mr. Cato about me.
Can't you do anything else besides ask questions?
I wish you'd stop.
It's all a nice, quiet wife you are. Never nagging, never complaining, never questioning.
Oh, Frank, you didn't...
Yeah, never questioning.
Come on, Frank, stop kidding around. What did you tell him about me?
I don't remember. What difference does it make?
I'd just like to know, that's what.
area, please. Lady, get away from the car.
Isn't that a strange thing to put in a doll's pocket?
Hey, what's happening? Oh. Come on. Oh, wow. How can we be out of gas? I just filled it up about an hour ago. Son of a bitch. Lori, I'm gonna have to walk into town and get some gas. So you stay here, okay?
In the blaze with the light of the fires, we smiled. The visions among us caused us to smile and faithful among the faithfuls.
Did anyone ever tell you you have a fantastic imagination?
back there? Do you think it's to keep people out of Lilith or in?
Factory creates magic. There's nothing relating to the occult that we don't produce. In my library there are thousands of books, everything ever written on the subject. And all that those books contain, I know and live by. Do you believe in the black arts, Mrs. Brandon?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I'd like you to read this. The Grand Grimoire, the book of magical invocations. I think you might find it interesting.
I want you to be happy here, Lilith. Both of you.
I'm aware that my products, in spite of their unique qualities, are nevertheless toys for children, toys for adults. You, Frank, you're talented and clever. I need your qualities to work for me. I need a young, creative mind to devise interest in what I have to sell. I need a magician.
And my job here does mean a lot to me.
Mr. Cato, when you said that you wanted Frank to be a magician, did you mean that you were one?
Will you forgive me if I sometimes lose myself in my enthusiasm and believe perhaps a little too much in them? And my toys.
You know, you didn't have to insult the man, Laurie. Whatever gave you the idea that he thinks he's a magician? And that bit about the book, as long as you were taking it anyway, did you have to tell him you wouldn't read it?
I've got to get away from this place, Frank. You've got to take me away from here, please.
What for? What's wrong?
It's that man. Didn't you notice the way he was looking at me? He knew I was at the funeral today.
Are you still hung up on that?
Don't you realize what's going on inside his mind? He really believes in that occult stuff. He thinks he's God or something. What I saw out there today was for real.
You know, Laurie, you're really beginning to worry me.
And you're beginning to worry me too, Frank. Everything goes right over the top of your head. This whole thing is wild. Doesn't it seem just a little strange that someone offers you a job at a fantastic salary right out of the blue? Doesn't it seem just a little unusual? It frightens me, Frank.
Will you keep your voice down?
I just don't want to see that man again, that's all. I don't want him probing inside my mind like that.
It'll be okay.
You found this at Jenny's accident, didn't you? The girl in the car was from Lilith? Yes, she was leaving. I'll get rid of it for you. No, why would you want to do that? I'd like to keep it. There. That's where Jenny kept it. You mean she lived here? This was her house? I've got to get back to Mr. Cato. Priscilla. That funeral today, whose was it? There haven't been any funerals in Lilith for a long time. But I saw a grave right outside of town. Mr. Cato's son is buried there.
Mr. Cato says that his son is just resting. He doesn't accept the fact that he's dead, and he refuses to bury him with the others who have gone.
Priscilla, wait.
Sure looked uptight. What happened?
She looked uptight. What about me? Did you know that the girl who died in that car lived in this house, our house?
Georgette, we live 2 houses down from you.
I can only stay a few minutes. We'll just have one quick cup of coffee, and then I'll let you go. I always keep a pot of hot coffee on the stove, especially for moments like this. You know, we'll be leaving Lewis soon, Benjamin and me. But we can be friends until then, okay? But you won't have any problems, you know. Being alone, I mean. The people here are really very friendly. I haven't met too many people yet.
Oh, well, you will. Mr. Cato always gives a huge party for newcomers. Don't you like the coffee?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Maybe you ought to have some sugar. I always make it a little bitter, and I think I overdo it.
You know, I never imagined there was a town like this, old and everything. Don't they ever build new houses here?
Mr. Cato likes it this way. And you will, too, after a while. You'll see. You know, it's kind of funny how the old grows on you, and after a while, you just can't imagine it being any other way. I'm really going to hate to leave, Lila. I think it'll be in a few weeks.
Where are you moving to?
I don't know. I haven't even discussed it with Benjamin.
He doesn't know?
No, I haven't told him I'm pregnant.
What's that got to do with your leaving Lila? You're being pregnant.
Well, don't you know?
When they hired you for this job, did they mention anything about our not having any children?
They asked if we had any, I think.
Did they tell you we couldn't have any?
What?
Children.
Now, why would they tell me a thing like that? Do you mind if I don't drink this?
It just seems so strange, that's all.
Well, I'll finish it if it's going to bother you.
No, I didn't mean the coffee. It's this whole place. There are so many little things that just don't quite mesh. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Was there anything unusual at the toy factory?
Well, some of the toys are kind of weird.
You said we'd leave tomorrow. Did you tell them? The Grand Grimoire, Book of Magical Invocations. Detailed instructions for summoning demons, the art of destroying one's enemies, seduction of women through spells, reviving the dead, and other useful benefits derived from the practice and study of witchcraft and other facets of the occult. The only true God is the old God, the horned one, the perfect God. He reflects the honest image of man, the good that is in him, and the bad. Priscilla. Glad you came over. We'll be leaving in a few days, and I wanted to say goodbye to you. I think we could have been friends if I was going to stay in Lilith, don't you? Priscilla, why is Lilith the way it is? I mean, it's like you people were living in the past. I can understand the older ones liking it, but the younger ones...
There are no older people in Lilith, except for Mr. Cato. Everybody in Lilith is under 30 years old.
Why do you stay here? Why doesn't everyone just leave?
That's the way he wants it to be. He owns more than just the town, the buildings, the factory, and things. He owns the people, too. All of us.
I can't understand how you can let a man like that control you the way he does. He's pushed you all back in time.
Mr. Cato put me in charge of the store when Jenny left. Things are lovely, aren't they? I feel very warm here, like I'm amongst friends. I don't feel that way anywhere else in Lilith.
Don't any of you people want to live in the present?
When Mr. Cato lost his son, his world stopped for him. And that's the way he kept it. Back there, stopped. That's why he doesn't permit any children to live in his town. They don't belong to the past.
But I still don't understand what keeps you in Lilith.
A permissive life with everything provided for our pleasure.
But don't you see how weird it all is? And that book he gave me, have you read it?
Yes.
Well, then you know what I mean. I'm sure he practices all that occult stuff. It's full of all kinds of spells to make people do fantastic things. You don't believe it, though, do you?
Do you?
No, of course not. But that man frightens me just the same. I'm glad Frank agrees with me about leaving this place. He's telling Mr. Cato today. You promised me, Frank. You knew I wanted to leave here, and you promised to take me away.
What difference does 1 week make? 1 week, that's all I asked. He said if we still wanted to leave at the end of the week, it would be with his blessings. Plus a whole month's pay.
Well, you're just going to have to go to that party without me tonight, that's all.
So you're going to be stubborn, huh?
No, I'm not being stubborn.
Laurie, it won't look right if I go without you.
If you want to stay in Lilith for a week, Frank, I'll stay with you because I love you.
Amateurs, dancing round, drinking brew, smiling treachery. Where, Glory, Cato and his people mean you wrong.
Just one drink with me. Toast. Happy life in Lilith. Drink?
It's bitter.
What do you all want? Drink.
Every one of us is dedicated to the proposition, complete and total involvement, pleasure. In Lilith, there's a cardinal rule, pleasure.
The alarm was made back when I reached puberty. I mean, isn't there more to everything than following a bunch of old rules? What is it about you people that makes you so different? I can't explain what I mean.
was afraid. I just don't believe in astrology. Mars spare, the 11th house. Square Neptune, the 8th house, is drawing you irresistibly to the very thing that you fear. I just told you I wasn't afraid. I know about your fears and superstitions. ESP, you're afraid. You mean that you can tell what's going on inside my head right this moment? Oh, I don't believe you. Let's try it. Mr. Cato in our town have you terrified.
These are the cards of the magician, the tarots. I'd like you to shuffle them, please. Now, the figurations and images symbolically signify all wisdom, all truths, and all knowledge of God and the universe. They permit us to enter into a world of unusual perception, a mystical trip to a place in which things are never quite what they seem. I'm going to turn over these cards one by one, and you will be able to see through the cards into another world, a window to look into a world of fantasy or reality. The question will be, are you now living a reality looking at a fantasy? Or are you now part of a fantasy looking at reality?
To you, doesn't it? More important than me, I mean. You never used to be like that before we came here.
Lori, I can't quit my job and run away with you just because of some wild fantasies you've got in your head. Now, this is a nice town with okay people. And my job here does mean a lot to me. So we're just gonna have to stick around for a while. Thing came from. I guess your scream must have scared it, and it just got out the same way it came back in. Let me take care of those feet.
I love you.
Wow, some of these are pretty deep. Do they hurt much?
You know, I've decided I'm going to do some serious thinking about religion.
Well, the first thing is to get these feet to the doctor tomorrow.
Priscilla! Priscilla! Priscilla? Priscilla, why did you run away from me just now? It's Mr. Cato. He doesn't want you to talk to me. Is that it? Priscilla, that boy that we saw in the playground, who is he? What's the matter with you? Can't you say anything? Are you dumb? Look, I want to know what's going on around here. Did you see the boy or didn't you? No, I didn't see him. But he was sitting there on the swing. Yes. What do you mean, yes? You just said you didn't see him. But you saw him. You're like Jenny. She didn't leave either until it was too late.
Your feet bled quite a bit?
You should have seen the floor.
Frank did a very good job of bandaging. If we ever have an epidemic of the Black Plague or anything, I'll know who to call for help.
After seeing you do those things with those cards last night, I don't think you need much help with anything.
Tarot cards? Really bothered you, didn't it?
No.
You saw more than you bargained for.
Oh, you mean like little boys?
Little boys?
Yeah, I saw a blonde child on the way over here. I thought there weren't any children in this.
No? Must have belonged to a family visiting our town.
I didn't see anyone else.
A couple of days, these feet will be like they never happened.
You don't believe I saw him, do you?
Nancy and I would like to have you and Frank come by this evening. We really like you two.
I know when I see something, Jay.
You do?
I know I've seen him before. Are you sure you believe me?
Yeah, I believe you.
Well, how do I know
What?
that you really do believe me? Jay didn't. It was like telling him I'd seen a flying saucer with little green men in it.
Well, you told me you saw a little boy in Lilith. You must have seen a little boy in Lilith, okay?
You know something? I love you.
Let's go home.
We won't stay too long.
Okay. Hey, we're there.
It certainly doesn't look as if they're expecting us, does it?
I'm sure they're home.
With all the lights out? They're not in, Frank. I told you they're not in.
Hi. We were afraid you people weren't going to make it. The reason that the lights were out was because of a game that we were playing. We have a special reason for asking you both over this evening. We want you to become members of our religious group.
Your witch's coven, don't you mean?
We prefer to think of it as the true religion, the mother of all beliefs. Witchcraft is the only honest religion that makes things happen now, in this life. That's why all of us here in Lilith believe and practice it.
All of you? Everyone?
Is that frightening?
And that little boy, trying to make me believe that I'm the only one who can see him? Why? What have I done to you?
Nothing. We're very open about what we're doing. We have nothing to hide. If your little fantasies are interfering with reality, well, that's your problem. Maybe we're just opening the locked doors of your mind. And all those ideas that you felt very secure about regarding religion and life, maybe they're being challenged. I think you're terrified that we have the answers.
you get in here?
You go on downstairs and wait for me while I get dressed. Well, go on, go on. Little boy? Are you hiding somewhere? Come on, I know you're in here somewhere. Little boy? Come on, I don't want to play games with you. Open this door. Come on, this isn't funny.
Laurie, I've been looking for you. Will you tell me, Georgette, where did this little boy come from? If children are not permitted in Lilith, whose is he? He's just a boy. He's beautiful, isn't he? You mean you can see him, too? Oh, God, I was beginning to think I was the only one. Looks about 8. Yes, he would be about 8. Why are you lying to me? I thought that you'd tell me the truth, but you're all the same, aren't you? All of you witches. We don't fly around on brooms scaring people at midnight, you know. You worship the devil. No, not really. You've renounced God. We have our own God.
I don't want to become a witch, Mr. Cato.
Isn't it a trifle early for you to be making up your mind about such matters, Mrs. Brandon? You're a bit frightened of me, aren't you? Yeah. You're terrified. I wonder why.
Because I think that you believe yourself to be God.
No. No. Mrs. Brandon, I am not tempted by divinity. Only its power. The power of God, if you will. What I've developed here in Lilith has given me every power, except one. The one power I really want. Can you guess what it is? Necromancy. You understand that power, Mrs. Brandon. You know what it means. Necromancy is the true power of God. The power to bring back the dead.
What's all this got to do with me?
Power. The power which you have over life. Something none of us have here. I've been searching for it since I bought this town. It's the very reason I revived the old religion. You were brought here for one purpose. You're going to use your power for me. To bring life to the dead.
I want to live.
Bring me back my son.
Necromancy. A ceremony dating back to the pre-Christian era. Is the art of reviving the dead. Most dangerous of all the occult rituals. It requires involvement with evil spirits by the person performing the act. Priscilla? Priscilla? Is there anybody there? Priscilla?
You're standing inside the magic circle. The magic circle. You're standing inside it. I've just completed it for our ceremony. The initiation of a new witch. She'll stand inside that unbroken circle with our high priest, Mr. Cato, and she'll take her sacred vows. The circle protects them from the evil forces which will have been summoned for the occasion.
I thought I might find Priscilla here.
I know you did. I heard your call from the front of the store.
I'm leaving Lilith.
You are?
I'm not becoming one of you witches. I told that to Mr. Cato.
Well, then why are you so afraid of what it says in the Grand Grimoire about necromancy?
If I bring back Mr. Cato's son, then I'll have to take his place in the grave.
And we'll be able to have children in Lilith, if you succeed. Mr. Cato said we could, and his son lives again.
But I thought you were going to help me, Priscilla.
I wish I could. But Mr. Cato...
I'm leaving Lilith right now. Frank will take me away.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No. You've waited too long. Witchcraft is like a drug that you can't turn away from once you've been seduced to its pleasures.
When the time comes, you'll become one of us. You'll want to be. To perform the necromancy ceremony, to bring back Mr. Cato's son. You'll have to, Laurie. Willingly become a witch.
Wait. Oh, my God.
You don't understand.
Oh, you do have power, don't you? You cast a spell on Georgette because she was going to have a baby.
Lilith has its rules, just like any other place. And its punishments.
That doll at Jenny's accident, you made that one too, didn't you? Didn't you?
Laurie, it's me, Priscilla. I will help you to leave Lilith. I'm going to go with you. I'll tell you everything, Laurie, about your husband.
Frank? What about him?
Meet me at the water, where we met before.
Tell me about Frank.
He's a witch like the rest of us.
Must be someone there who knows where he is. Are you sure? I see. Thank you. Nancy, it's Laurie. Did you see Frank at the factory today?
I saw him for a few minutes today. My office handles the travel fund, you know. Came in first.
He went to Los Angeles.
I don't understand why I didn't phone you before he left. Maybe you were out. I'm sure he tried. That's all right. Bye.
husband, all your so-called friends. All alone are you against the wretched evil ones.
Glory, Brandon, we, of this coven, beholden of the devil, bound for eternity and branded for the glory of his name, are well disposed to admit you to our number and make you one of us. From this night, glory, Brandon. Subject only to the laws of the Ancient One. Remember well these words and repeat them after me. Oh, great Lord Lucifer, you are my master and my prince.
Great Lord Lucifer, you are my master and my prince.
You and you only. Only you. God.
And you alone and only you are God.
From this night I am your servant and your slave. Your will alone shall lead me. Your laws alone shall I obey.
From this night I am your servant and your slave. And your will alone will lead me. And your laws alone shall I obey.
That other God I here renounce his church and all his sacraments. I here refuse. May all my weapons turn against me. Here from this night to all eternity, or I shall break this. My solemn vow. In his name we slay, and to his honor, and to his glory. O high and puissant being, may this sacrifice be pleasing to thee.
You have power, don't you?
has cost me my life, all for the revenge of your husband's treachery. Cato controls you. Listen to this ancient one. I, in great battle with the beast, Cato, did cast a spell, so a car would kill his son. Now, as part of his coven, Cato controls you. You who hold my precious powers.
You're going to use your power for me to bring life to the dead, to bring me back my son, resurrect my son. Thanks to thee.